The University of Iowa in 1970 was a campus that was divided by the most controversial war in American history, the Vietnam War. The Daily Iowan chronicled these protests and often presented op-eds from students in response to the events. While reviewing the archives of DIY history, one set of articles that caught my attention were those in response to an event where protesters halted an ROTC rifle drill. The newspaper contained arguments both for and against the actions of the protesters, each containing rhetorical strategies used to bolster their arguments. In 1970, protests were sweeping the nation's college campuses. One of the more famous incidents, which occurred several weeks before the paper was published, was the Kent State shooting, where soldiers shot and killed 4 students. While the war did have its supporters, many students believed that there was no point to this war and that people were being killed for no reason. Those who opposed the war were usually liberal, which is why protests were so frequent on campuses. Preceding the ROTC protest, Iowa had already become a battleground for protesters' rights. Tinker v. Des Moines was a landmark First Amendment case about a student's right to protest, and an Iowa student named John Tinker was a plaintiff, along with his sister Mary Beth. Other forms of protest included the formation of the New University Conference, which was a national organization of radical graduate students, staff, and faculty. The group was intended to promote an entire range of leftist movements, including protesting the Vietnam War.